Hey guys, it's Lori. This is my Fitster video for week number 11. The question for this week is, what are you going to focus on this month as to your journey goals? This month I'm going to focus on lifting and staying on my eating plan. So that's what I should have been focusing on all along, right? As far as weight loss goes, I have my jars right here, and I'm just going to reach right in there and pull one out because I'm up a pound. So there you go. I'm up a pound. Whatever. There's still 2 in there. Okay, so as for the non-scale victories, I'm just going to read off the ones that I get marbles for. I took my supplements every day. Put them up here so you can see them. Took my supplements every day. I got my water in. I've been doing really good on water. I got my sleep in. Some of it might have been interrupted, but you know, I tried. Okay, I stayed on my eating plan. So that's 1 marble for the first 3 days and 1 marble for the next 3 days. Why are you offering me Cheez-Its? Very funny. My husband's over there offering me Cheez-Its. That isn't on my eating plan, just in case you wondered. Okay, that was mean. Huh? I'm a rat? Why, because I ratted you out for eating Cheez-Its?
More or less.
For lifting last week? Did we lift at all last week? No? Okay. So I guess I don't get any marbles for that, do I? Quote board back there that you might be able to see through the glare, I'm not sure. But I've been keeping up on that. I haven't been changing it every single day, but that's okay. I've still been keeping something on it every day. You run out of stuff to put on it after a while. But anyways, getting the water in first thing in the morning, the 8 ounces of water within the first 10 minutes of being up, I've been doing pretty good on that. I decided to sit it, instead of setting a timer for it, because I might not get up at the same time every day, instead of setting a timer for it, I decided to sit it on top of my butter dish. And that's working because every morning I make a cup of bulletproof coffee. So there you go. As far as the sugar scrub on my hands, I did do that a couple days, but I didn't really keep up on it very good. I'll go ahead and give myself a marble because you're supposed to get a marble for each day that you do it, up to 5, I think. So anyways, I'll give myself a marble for that. Okay, now, I'm not sure how many marbles you get, so I'll find out and add them later on. For a bonus challenge, this week there's a, well, it's not really this week, it's from last week, and it was posted on the Facebook page for our group that we have here for Fitster. And the bonus challenge is to take a not so healthy dish and make it into something that you can have on your eating plan. Just adapt it. You can probably see it in the oven back there. I already made the video on that. I've already recorded it, so I'm gonna put it in at the end. But let me just tell you what it is. And it's one of John's favorite dishes from when you were growing up, right? You had that all the time. And I've made it several times too since we've been married. And it's really heavy, isn't it? It's a really heavy meal. It's definitely a comfort food. It's very similar to shepherd's pie, but what it is, it's ground beef. This is the original recipe. It's ground beef with cream of mushroom soup, which I don't like cream of mushroom soup, so I usually put in cream of celery instead. Ground beef with cream of mushroom soup and crushed corn flakes. And you mix that all together and throw it in a casserole pan, and you put a layer of cheese on top, and then you put a nice thick layer of mashed potatoes on top of that, and then some more cheese on top of the potatoes, and you bake it in the oven. So let's see if I accomplished it. We'll see how it tastes. I converted it a little bit to make it keto friendly. Okay, so of course my substitute for the potatoes is cauliflower. So I chopped it up and I steamed it. I mashed it in my Ninja with a little bit of butter and cream, and I chopped up some celery, and I took 2 pounds of ground beef with some dried onion flakes and the chopped celery, and I got that all browned up together. And let's move on to the video and I'll show you what else I did. Okay, so in this pan I have about 4 ounces of cream cheese and 3 ounces of Kerrygold butter. So let's get that melted together. This isn't incorporating together very well, so I don't know if it's supposed to look like that, but it'll be fine. Okay, so anyways, this is kind of a mock version of cream of celery soup. So here's the spices I'm going to be putting in. This is a little bit of granulated garlic, some black pepper, some salt, and a little bit of celery seed. And I'm using about a half a teaspoon of celery seed. So there's that. This is about a half a cup of half and half. Get that in there. See if it starts looking any more appetizing. Yep, that's looking better. Looks a little thick though. I don't measure, so I'm measuring for purposes of this video just in case anybody wanted to copy the recipe. But I think I'm gonna have to use a little bit more heavy cream. Or not heavy cream, it's half and half. See? It's half and half, and I just dropped the lid. I have to get it or my cat will. Let's do another half cup. So the recipe that I have for this Alfredo sauce is basically what I'm making. Calls for Parmesan cheese, but this is so thick already. I don't know. Let's see. This is totally experimental, guys. I'm gonna put a little bit in. See what happens. This is a half cup. Ooh, I almost spilled it. Okay, so there went the whole half cup. And you know what? I'm gonna thin it a little bit more. Guys, I'm gonna guess this has got about a cup and a half of half and half in it. So, okay. There you go. And that looks perfect to me. All right, so here's my ground beef. I don't know if you can see that there is some celery chopped up in that. Okay, so let's go ahead and add my pretend cream of celery soup to the ground beef. The whole bunch of it. Stir it all up. So since the original recipe calls for crushed cornflakes, and that is not something that's on my meal plan for keto, it really doesn't need a whole lot, but I have a half cup of crushed pork rinds going in. I'm gonna do another, so that's a whole cup. It's so similar to shepherd's pie. You could really just make it however you make that. If you ever make shepherd's pie. But I'm trying to follow this as closely to what my husband used to like growing up as possible. Okay, the next step is just to pour it into the casserole dish. Okay, on to the next step. Here is the mashed cauliflower that I made up. Put it, wait, that's not the next step. Hold on. Hold that thought. Let me take it back off. The actual next step is shredded cheese. Let's put on a layer of shredded cheese. Can't forget the cheese. How could I forget the cheese? Now for the cauliflower. And on top, more cheese. I'm preheating the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so as soon as that preheats, I'm gonna put it in the oven and I'm gonna bake it for about 15 or 20 minutes and I'll take it out and show it to you. Here it is, look at that bubbling. It actually bubbled over. I had to put it on an old baking sheet. We had a little bit of a mess with some smoke. The oven smoked a little bit, but I didn't know that was gonna happen. So there it is. It looks delicious. We'll give it a taste test here after it cools off for a minute and let you know how it is. Okay, so I'm gonna have him taste test it since it's his favorite thing. We'll see if it turned out good. You ready? Is it too hot?
Probably not.
Oh, look at that steam. Is it good? Did you get some of the meat?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Perfect.
Does it taste like the real thing?
Pretty close.
Pretty close? All right. There we go. Okay, so that's my Fitster video for this week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.